Ezekiel chapter 28. And there is a word of Yahweh to me, saying, Son of man, say to the leader of Tyre, Thus said Lord Yahweh, because your heart has been high, and you say, I am a god, I have inhabited the habitation of God in the heart of the seas, and you are a man and not God, and you give out your heart as the heart of God. Behold, you are wiser than Daniel. No hidden thing have they concealed from you. By your wisdom and by your understanding you have made wealth for yourself, and make gold and silver in your treasuries. By the abundance of your wisdom through your merchandise you have multiplied your wealth, and your heart is high through your wealth. Therefore, thus said Lord Yahweh, because of your giving out your heart as the heart of God, therefore behold, I am bringing in strangers against you, the terrible of the nations. And they have drawn out their swords against the beauty of your wisdom, and they have pierced your brightness. They bring you down to destruction. You die by the deaths of the wounded in the heart of the seas. Do you really say, I am God, before him who is slaying you? And you are man and not God, in the hand of him who is piercing you? You die the deaths of the uncircumcised, by the hand of strangers, for I have spoken. A declaration of Lord Yahweh. And there is a word of Yahweh to me, saying, Son of man, lift up a lamentation for the king of Tyre. And you have said to him, Thus said Lord Yahweh, You are sealing up a measurement full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You have been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, ruby, topaz, and diamond, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, emerald, and carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of your tambourines and of your pipes, in the day of your being produced, have been created. And I established you as the anointed covering cherub. You have been in the holy mountain of God. You have walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. You were perfect in your ways from the day of your being created, until perversity was found in you. By the abundance of your merchandise they have filled your midst with violence, and you sin. And I thrust you from the mountain of God, and I destroy you, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Your heart has been high because of your beauty. You have corrupted your wisdom because of your brightness. I have cast you to earth. I have set you before kings to look on you. From the abundance of your iniquity, by the perversity of your merchandise, you have defiled your sanctuaries. And I bring forth fire from your midst. It has devoured you. And I make you become ashes on the earth in the eyes of all beholding you. All knowing you among the peoples have been astonished at you. You have been terrors, and you are not, for all time. And there is a word of Yahweh to me, saying, Son of man, set your face toward Sidon, and prophesy concerning it. And you have said, Thus said Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against you, O Sidon, and I have been honored in your midst, and they have known that I am Yahweh, in my doing judgments in her, and I have been sanctified in her. And I have sent pestilence into her, and blood into her outplaces. The wounded has been judged in her midst by the sword on her all around, and they have known that I am Yahweh. And there is no more pricking briar and paining thorn for the house of Israel of all around them, despising them, and they have known that I am Lord Yahweh. Thus said Lord Yahweh, in my gathering the house of Israel out of the peoples among whom they were scattered, I have been sanctified in them before the eyes of the nations, and they have dwelt on their ground that I gave to my servant, to Jacob, and they have dwelt confidently on it, and built houses, and planted vineyards, and dwelt confidently in my doing judgments on all those despising them all around. And they have known that I am their God, Yahweh.